I want to take you along with my summer decorating this year. So I pulled out my stash. I only have 2 Rubbermaid bins for my summer decor. Christmas is a lot more, but you can kind of see here what I have collected. I just like to lay it all out, get a feel for what I have that's new, what I have that's old that I am excited to use again. I have everything from seashells to thrifted plates. I have just different patriotic themes, vacation themes. Just so sweet to look through these again. And I made these sailboats. We'll talk about that in a moment here. But I even have thrifted baseballs, lots of red, blue, white, and I even have, I have this navy. I have never used this, but it's a navy uniform. So cute. So we'll find something to do with that. I'm going to start off with the bed. I like to change up my bedding seasonally, and I'm a hardcore fan of white sheets, that is for sure. But then I like to inject a little bit of color and different textures. And so I found this striped duvet from Brooklinen, and I love the red and blue in it. They're really muted, like really classic, not oversaturated. I really am drawn to those types of blue and reds. So I'm getting this duvet put back together. And then the rest of the bedding is going to be white. I think I'll just keep it really fresh and summery looking in that way. Just that white, crisp cotton look. And then I have a quilt I'm going to pull out. I know you guys are going to ask about my dress. It's from Trish Scully. It's a new dress company, to me, new. And I really love how comfortable it is and very classic looking. I have this quilt that totally matches the dress. The quilt is from Laura Ashley, and I had it last year. It's been so good for picnics and car rides and things. I really love quilts in that way because they don't collect a lot of grass or, dog hair or anything the way a wool blanket does. Oh, and you may remember this. This is my all-time favorite flag picture. It's by Fred Tripp. I get lots of questions about it. I'm going to stick it here over my nightstand. And I just love finding a place for it each year. Now I'm moving on to my nightstands. And I'm going to use these thrifted baseballs. Don't quite have enough. So I'm going to add some tissue paper to make this look more full than it is. This thrifted champagne bucket. And then I only have one blue. It's my favorite. So we're going to put that one on top. And then I just have this thrifted glass. I guess it's like a jewelry box or something, but I like to fill it with seashells. So that's it for my nightstand. It'll be perfect. Okay, and then for Colby's nightstand, I love these World Market bottles. They're French lemonade. I have about 5 of them, and they're so cute for decorating. And of course, some thrifted books. And I really am matching the blue and red that's in my duvet cover. So that's it for this nightstand. Doesn't need much. Okay, and then let's figure out this navy uniform. So my husband was Army. So when he saw me hanging this up, I think, there's a little bit of healthy rival between the different branches. And he was like, why'd you put the Navy up? But he humored me, and I just loved the sailor, sort of the patriotic look. And I like it next to my mom's wedding dress there. Cute. So I'm taking down the spring mantle. I loved this year's just simple hymnal page runner that I made. But we are switching it out. I got this John Audubon seagull picture, and I added that to a frame I had. This blanket is from IKEA. It's one of the most vintage IKEA things I own. Look at that cute little embroidery on there. And I love using it for Christmas as well. The red. My thought is that I would kind of put it on this mantle like a a bunting look, and then add some vintage books, and that is about done for the mantle. It doesn't need a lot. I try to do things in threes, like have 3 fun things per space to make a vignette. And then these these are not thrifted. The blackberries are from Magnolia, and I just love how real they look. Adding a thrifted tennis racket to the wall. I like just the simplicity of that. And then this, I got it brim-filled. It's a water meter cover from New York with glass. I usually like to move my furniture around first to get those big pieces in place, but I did it second this time because the mantle was, in the background of this setup. Added this blanket that I got at Home Goods. Anytime you need blankets, head to Home Goods. And then a suitcase from Brimfield. This crab picture I got for $1 when I was out antiquing recently. Found a little spot for that. And then I have just some buckets of seashells. I feel like that's always a great go-to when you're summer decorating, to add seashells and buckets. This picture is so cute. It's a black and white picture of girls in their swimsuits from probably like the early 1900s. And my driftwood handkerchief sailboat. I have a tutorial for those. I made those years ago. So that's what I did in my bedroom. Real simple, really easy to maintain. It just has a very summer vacation feel that is going to be perfect. I covered up the mantle because we're not going to use the fireplace, or covered up the fireplace area. Then I was going to do something in the living room for you and decided against it because the whole living room is all squished together, pushed over to the left side because we're doing foundation repair as we're replacing the porch. So here's what my living room it looks like currently. My one solace is how cute everything is all collected like that. So we had to remove 2 feet of the original flooring. Of course, the whole porch is removed. I'll put a whole video together on that part, but we have to lift the house up. I can still work on this bookcase. And so I pulled out just a few things. All my transferware is great to pull in with my ironstone. Another tennis racket. And these are, I'm always using these soup tureens and platters, but I like to change out the colors seasonally. The tennis racket, okay, sort of doesn't make sense with all the dishes. That's not where you would store a tennis racket, but I am going to be a little more artistic than just the generic idea of dishes and leave the tennis racket there. So I'm adding in my big white pieces first, and I'm kind of putting them in diagonals, then filling in with my blue and white and my extra smaller white pieces. And I keep stepping back and looking at it as I'm going along. If you have a plate that you need to stand up, this is a trick I use. I use poster putty, just a little dot at the back, and that keeps them from sliding down. So I did that on maybe like 4 or 5 of my plates here. And then the last thing I'm going to add to here is a little bunting that I made with these vintage envelopes that I got in Snohomish. I just love these little airmail style of envelopes. And I just took paper clips on baker's twine and I spaced them evenly and made myself a little bunting. And then I'm just taking Scotch tape. So I tape one side, I tape the other side. And then I grab it in the middle and add the last section. And that's it. Anything you can do that is red, white, and blue and feels summer vacation-y, you are off to a good start with your summer decorating. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that was inspiring to you, and it was a little shorter than normal, but I enjoy the seasonal changes each year. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe so I can send you more videos about how to make your home a sanctuary. All right, take care, and I will talk to you soon.